Hey everyone, it's the Everyday Tech back again in the studio. Well, hope you're all doing awesome. Today we're talking into a topic that's been on my mind lately, and it's all about revisiting a phone that's not exactly brand new anymore, but still packs a serious punch, the Google Pixel 8 Pro in 2025. Now, let's be real. In the crazy fast world of tech, especially smartphones, a year or two feels like an eternity, right? By 2025, we're already living in the Pixel 9 Pro era, with all the shiny new bells and whistles that come with it, that sleek, flat design everyone's raving about, and a chip that's, well, let's just say it's newer. But here's the thing that's been buzzing in my head. Are we always chasing the latest and greatest, even when last year's model is still ridiculously good? That's what I wanted to explore with the Pixel 8 Pro. Because honestly, I've been using this phone as my daily driver for a good while now, even after the Pixel 9 Pro hit the shelves, and leans in conspiratorially, it's still making me really happy. So let's get into it. The Pixel 8 Pro in 2025. Alright, first the design. Now the Pixel 8 Pro compared to the newer flat-edged Pixel 9 Pro might feel, well, a tad curvier, right? Some might say a little less modern in that super trendy sense. But honestly, holding this phone still feels incredibly premium. The build quality is top-notch. It's solid, it feels substantial in your hand. And that matte glass back. Still gorgeous and doesn't pick up fingerprints like crazy, a win in my book. Okay, maybe it's not the absolute thinnest or lightest phone out there anymore, and yeah, the Pixel 9 Pro with its flat sides is undeniably sleek. But the Pixel 8 Pro's design has aged gracefully. It's comfortable to hold for long periods. Now, let's talk about the screen. The Pixel 8 Pro's display, it's still phenomenal. Honestly, it's vibrant, colors pop, and it gets plenty bright even when you're battling that harsh 2025 sunlight. You know how it is. Whether I'm binge watching my favorite shows, scrolling through social media, or editing photos, the display is just a joy to look at. Sure, maybe the Pixel 9 Pro's screen might be microscopically better, brighter, or with slightly tweaked color accuracy, but for 99% of what you do every day, I honestly doubt you'd notice a massive difference. The Pixel 8 Pro's display is still very much in the top tier. It's smooth thanks to the high refresh rate, and everything just looks crisp and clean. No complaints from me here. Okay, let's really get into performance. When we talk about the brains of the Pixel 8 Pro, we're talking about the Google Tensor chip. Now, here's where things get a little nuanced, and it's important to be upfront and honest about it. You know, in the tech world, we love comparing benchmark scores, right? And if you look at those raw numbers head-to-head against Apple A-series chips or Qualcomm Snapdragon processors, the Tensor chip might not always come out on top. Leans in, being candid. And that's okay, because Google is playing a slightly different game here. See, Google's philosophy with Tensor is really focused on AI. They designed this chip specifically to be a powerhouse for on-device artificial intelligence and machine learning tasks. That means they've prioritized things like image processing, real-time language translation, and all those smart, intuitive features that make a pixel a pixel. They even have a dedicated part of the chip called the TPU, the Tensor Processing Unit, just for handling all this AI magic. Now, what does this mean in real life? Well, for everyday tasks, as we talked about before, the Pixel 8 Pro is still incredibly smooth and responsive. No issues there. But if you're looking at things like super intense, graphics-heavy gaming or running really demanding, resource-hungry apps, you might see that the Pixel 9 Pro or other phones with those Snapdragon or Apple chips might have a slight edge in raw power. It's a trade-off, right? Google has focused on making the Pixel 8 Pro incredibly smart and intuitive, even if it means sacrificing a tiny bit of pure raw processing muscle compared to the absolute top-tier benchmark leaders in general performance. It's about priorities. But here's where the Tensor chip truly shines, and it's something you really feel when you use this phone AI-powered features. Think about Circle to Search Magic Eraser, and it's not just those headline features. It's baked into so much of the Pixel experience. Real-time translation is ridiculously good. The voice typing is incredibly accurate. The camera AI is phenomenal, especially in low light. All of this is powered and enhanced by the Google Tensor chip. So yeah, benchmark numbers might not always tell the whole story. But in day-to-day use, especially if you value smart features, intuitive AI, and a phone that understands what you're trying to do, the Google Tensor chip in the Pixel 8 Pro is a genuine strength. It's about a different kind of power, AI power, and that's what makes the Pixel experience so unique and honestly still so compelling in 2025. Nods thoughtfully. Now, software updates. This is where Pixel phones truly shine, and the Pixel 8 Pro is no exception. Google's software support is legendary. Google promises a 7 years update. This means that the Pixel 8 Pro will be supported until 2030. Knowing that your phone is secure, up to date with the latest Android goodness, and still getting new features even years after its release, that's peace of mind you can't really put a price on. This long-term software support is a massive advantage of sticking with the Pixel ecosystem, and the 8 Pro continues to benefit from it. You're not just buying a phone, you're buying into a long-term software experience. Battery life. Battery life is always a hot topic, isn't it? The Pixel 8 Pro's battery life is solid. It's not going to win any endurance marathons, but it's consistently gotten me through a full day of typical use. You know, the usual mix of browsing, social media, some YouTube calls, and a bit of photography. Now, if you're a super heavy user, gaming for hours, constantly streaming videos at max brightness, you might need a top-up in the late evening. But for most average users, the Pixel 8 Pro's battery is perfectly adequate. It's reliable, and it's one less thing to worry about during your day. Okay, time for a bit of personal honesty. I've been using the Pixel 8 Pro as my main phone for, well, a good while now. And honestly, I still really enjoy it. It just works. It's reliable, it's smooth, the camera is fantastic, and the software experience is just pixel perfect. I could have upgraded to the Pixel 9 Pro. But honestly, for my daily needs, the 8 Pro just does everything I need it to do, and it does it exceptionally well. There hasn't been a moment where I felt like I'm missing out on some crucial feature or performance boost from the newer model. It's just a phone that gets out of my way and lets me get things done. And that's exactly what I want in a daily driver. Now we're talking the Pixel camera. It's legendary, right? And the Pixel 8 Pro's camera system, still absolutely incredible in 2025. Photos are sharp, detailed, and Google's image processing magic is still, well, magic? Photos are equally impressive. Vibrant, dynamic range is excellent, and the colors are just chef's kiss, Google Pixel colors. You know what I mean if you've ever used a Pixel. Okay, the Pixel 9 Pro might have some slightly fancier camera hardware or AI tricks, but honestly, for 99% of photos, I genuinely believe the Pixel 8 Pro still takes photos that are just as good, if not better, than many newer phones out there. It's a camera you can rely on in any situation. Point, shoot, and get amazing results. That's the Pixel camera promise, and the 8 Pro delivers it in spades, even in 2025. Alright, time for some honest talk about the downsides. No phone is perfect, and the Pixel 8 Pro, even as excellent as it is, has a couple of, well, let's call them areas for potential improvement. Firstly, that's slightly older hardware. While performance is still great for most tasks, if you're pushing the absolute limits with demanding apps or games, the Pixel 9 Pro or other flagship phones with newer chips will have an edge. It's just the nature of tech progression. Secondly, the fingerprint sensor. It's fine, it works. But compared to some of the lightning-fast, super responsive fingerprint sensors on newer phones, the Pixel 8 Pros might feel a tad slower. It's not a deal-breaker by any means, but it's something you might notice, especially if you're coming from a phone with a newer sensor. So, after all that, is the Pixel 8 Pro worth buying in 2025? Absolutely, without a doubt. Especially if you're looking for a premium phone experience without the premium price tag of the absolute latest models. The Pixel 8 Pro in 2025 is an incredible value proposition. It's significantly more affordable than the Pixel 9 Pro, yet it delivers an experience that's remarkably similar in most key areas. The camera is still top tier, the software is fantastic and up to date, the display is gorgeous, and performance is still more than enough for the vast majority of users. So there you have it, my take on the Pixel 8 Pro in 2025. It's not the newest kid on the block, but it's still a mature, refined, and incredibly capable phone that offers exceptional value. Don't always chase the hype, folks. Sometimes the smart choice is to go for the phone that's still amazing, just a little bit wiser in its years. Winks at the camera. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are you still rocking a Pixel 8 Pro? Are you considering picking one up in 2025? Let's chat. And as always, thanks for hanging out with me. Stay humble, stay honest, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.